My next question for y'all is, how do some artists develop certain fan bases? And when I say certain fan base, I mean like niche fan bases, like a Currency or like a NF, like he was talking about earlier, or like a cult like fan base, maybe like J. Cole or Beyonce with the Bay Hive. I mean, certain rappers got just regular fans. I mean, I don't know. I want to just maybe throw like Fabulous out there. He got fans, but they not like crazy type fans. But then, like I said, Beyonce outside the genre of rap, she got a Bayhive. Like, how do y'all think that those rappers develop those type of fan bases? What do y'all think goes into that? Or artists, I'm saying artists.
I would have to say the consistency and the longevity of the artist.
So you think the fact that Beyonce's been around for 20 plus years is how the Beehive came about?
She had fans of her own when she was in Destiny's Child.
Okay. So a rapper just starting out, like he said, NF or a
Then you
rapper
have a
like
rapper just starting out, he may have to. I think honestly, I really just think it's the longevity and the consistency of the artist. It's not necessarily based on the fan base in itself. It's just the artist in itself, if that makes sense.
I guess what I'm asking, doesn't Cardi B have like no, Nicki Minaj has like the Barbie crew or the
And
Barbie,
then you have loyal fans.
Barbie,
That's what I'm saying. It's the artist. It's not necessarily the fans in itself. It's more so the artist.
so I'm saying, how does that come about versus somebody just having a regular fan base? That's what I'm asking. The missing link, what is it?
I guess just having some of those fans who stay loyal to that artist.
I think what she said about consistency. I like
Like
that one.
the artist has to have the consistency to keep the attention of the fans they already have.
When you say consistent, you talking about like good music or being out there
Being
or
out there, like for example, Beyonce now periodically has dropped two albums,
I'm solid.
which was her Renaissance and Cowboy Carter, and they were nowhere near dropped within the same range of time. Maybe a single to help promote the upcoming album, or like a little teaser that hey, this album is coming out, but not the actual album a year later on down the line. But the fact that she has such loyal fans like the Beehive, and they probably have told other people about Beyonce, which created another group of
So let me ask you
fans.
this, camera
Consistency.
person, help us out. When did the Bayhive come about? When did it become a part where Beyonce just had regular fans, and when did it turn into a Bayhive? Like when around what time period that happened? Help us out, camera
I would
person.
say it probably got real serious after her first album.
First album. Okay.
When so again, consistency.
Okay.
I really just stand on consistency, because then you have people like Nicki Minaj who has lost, in my opinion, her talent like she has, because she doesn't have the same talent, in my opinion, that she had back then. But she still has loyal fans, her barbs,
Mm-hmm.
that will go back for her when they have beef, like Cardi B and that Nicki Minaj beef.
I'm solid.
You had some people from the barbs going at Cardi B fans
Okay.
and things like that. So it's just having the loyalty and the consistency, doing what you got to do to keep the loyalty of your fan base.
Well, like I was saying too, like with Currency, he's a rapper. He has a niche fan base. Like a lot of people don't listen to Currency. Like he's not super mainstream. You don't hear stuff on the radio. You don't see people walking around playing his music like that. But he does have a lot of fans out there, and they ride for him. Spitters, Jet Life, all that. It's a brand. So I guess that's what I'm saying as far as niche fan base, or maybe like a Mac Miller, rest in peace. He had a niche fan base. J. Cole doesn't really have a niche fan base because he's too mainstream, I think, for that, right? Yeah. You would agree for that?
A niche fan base.
What I'm saying, like a rapper that has a certain set of fans, and it's kind of hard to explain. I'm trying
Niche
to,
is like very specific. Like
yeah.
it's like only these people will listen to J. Cole. Only people who wear blue shirts and have dreadlocks and wear red shoes listen to J. Cole. Yeah. A specific, yeah, kind of, yeah.
Fan people, like
Yeah,
a stereotype of people who will listen to certain people.
kind of like almost with movies, like certain people that watch karate movies, like
That's a
they watch those movies hardcore, like oh they know this movie, that movie, this movie. Like John Wick would be something that's like mainstream, but then like something like The Furious would be like a niche movie, like you know, yeah, something that's kind of like under the radar, overlooked by a lot of people. Again, like you don't hear Mac Miller songs on the radio, you don't hear Currency songs on the radio, but they do have a big fan base. They do have a loyal fan base. Is what I'm saying.
I agree with most of what she said, but I'm gonna disagree to play devil's advocate and make it more interesting. So I would say like that is like I said, people like Run the Jewels, they're very like basically every one of their songs sounds the same. Like, you know what I mean? They're pretty consistent, they have their own following.
Yeah.
But like I would say, you know, you got people like Kendrick where a lot of people, you know what I mean, started hopping on his bandwagon after the rap beef. So I would say like sometimes that's where the marketing part comes in, not necessarily the talent. Like
And all the other stuff.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A rapper does something really big, or they're like always outside doing something. You look on their social media, they're always doing something. They get that cult following. People like Ice Spice, you know, a lot of these female rappers I noticed use that kind of method. They don't necessarily like gain their fan base from their music. People like them because of what they do.
Ooh.
Like she said, she watches interviews and stuff more so than the music. Some people just like looking at the art. You know what I mean? People like 6ix9ine, 6ix9ine. I,
A Boozy Badass.
Right.
Like he's not the best, most talented rapper, but a lot of people like his personality.
Personality.
Like
2 Chainz.
Boozy Badass, yeah. Well, nah, we ain't gonna mess with 2 Chainz.
No,
I like 2
okay.
Chainz.
No, I like 2 Chainz, but you could say he's so successful because he integrates his personality into his songs.
His personality.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
you listen, you can Rick Ross. You know what I mean?
Well, to me,
What's
like
the
Snoop Dogg
personality?
would be a good one.
Or
I didn't want
Snoop
to talk about any older artists because y'all knew, but yeah, to me, Snoop Dogg, his personality is more flamboyant than his music.
Yeah.
Like in my opinion. So I mean flamboyant, but to me, his personality is bigger than his music. Like everybody loves Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg basically could be in any platform, any genre, but his music is not as good, arguably, as it was 20, 30 years ago.
But see, sometimes that could hurt. It's a double-edged sword because people like Eminem, who were ostentatious in the beginning, he was saying all this crazy stuff and being like really kind of like not necessarily very, you know, radio friendly. A lot of people didn't like him. It's like, you know, maybe when he started being a little bit more publicly acceptable, where he, you know what I mean?
Another thing
So
too,
it works both
to the
ways.
public.
Well, that's personality.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it goes both ways. I think it just depends on the execution. Some people can ride it off of consistency and catering to the fans. Other people, because some people are talented enough to do that. Some people are talented enough to come out with multiple good hits that people can listen to for a long time. Maybe a couple, you know, 1 or 2 on the chart boards, and people like them. But some people who are not as talented need to rely on other methods such as publicity stunts or using social media or other things to
That's a good point. Yeah.
So it just depends on the execution.
You'd be surprised at how many artists will sit here and fake a beef just
to get attention.
Just to get attention and the fanning and the fan base built.
Okay. All right. You cut it. Last question. Then we